Hey everybody, it's Lisa. Hey, it's Lisa. And I'm back. Y'all know I be struggling with getting on here and just sharing as I feel like the spirit is really impressing upon me. And oftentimes, I work from home and so I don't be together. I do not have a social media look on. I just be bumming it. But anyway, to the point of spiritual bypass. That's our discussion. That's what we're talking about here. And I am going to get more consistent, okay? I promise. The last time I was here, I mentioned reaching out to me on social media, on email, and I gave the wrong email address. Y'all bear with me. So the address is heyislisa29 at gmail.com. And that's going to give you more content. I can send you out some free things for you to review, look at, pray over, you know. But the spiritual bypass to me is a big subject. It is a big thing. It's a real thing. And many of us have been stuck in that place. And I know I have. Just believing that, because you are spiritual, that you can overlook or not even consider, issues that you have within yourself, issues that you need to work out, and issues that you need to heal from, recover from, be delivered from, all of these things. And so, quite often, as spiritual people, and especially Christians, I can speak on, we think that because we stop doing a lot of the physical things and stop lending our body to certain things that, we're doing good and we're good with God. And what I want to say is that we're good with God anyway, right? We're just good with God anyway because He loves us unconditionally, right? The part that we have to understand is that He wants the best for us. And the best, a lot of times, is more than getting out of a bad situation, getting over an overwhelming bill, not fighting with our boss, our coworker, or a sibling or whatever. God's best is bigger than that, right? So a lot of times we even resist those best, right? And we find a way to not pay the bill or get around not having integrity where the bill is concerned, or just disassociating with people that we feel like are not deserving of our forgiveness, or our tolerance. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people that we don't need to tolerate because they carry a lot of negative energy, and they're not aware of it or aware of themselves, what they project, the chaos that they bring, all of those things, right? So you do have to stay away from people like that, in the sense that you just don't invite them into your private space. However, there are some people that we have issues with their personalities. We don't like the way they do things. They're different from us, and that's offensive. All of these things, right? We're judging everything that comes out of a person's mouth. It's just not good. It's not good. That's not God's best, right? And we do the spiritual bypass to navigate through these situations instead, or rather than allowing God to work through us to get rid of the attitude, the ideas, the philosophies, the ideologies, the idiosyncrasies, and all of these things that really are not serving us, and they are really holding us back from God's best. They really are. And, I heard someone say everything settles goes to the bottom. And it's so true. I had to think about that. We're just settling. And if we're just settling, we're really at the bottom. And when you go to church and you get your praise on, or your favorite praise song comes on and you go to praising God, what are you really praising God about? You're praising God about how you settle, how you just got over, a bad and low situation, and I just want to suggest that we begin to praise God that we're living our best life. Like for real, like we're living our best life, not because we feel good in the moment or there's some big occasion that got us all excited, and because we're no longer whatever that little low situation was that we were in, we're no longer in it. Praise God for that. But let's praise God because we've overcome, like we've stood in the face of situations that are within us. Okay, I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. That we stood in the face of situations that come from within us, not from the outside, right? And so we praise God because we come into the understanding and the knowledge of how much of a creator He's made us to be, how much power He's given us, and we've decided to take that power and walk in it. How much we've aligned ourselves to His ways and made decisions, the difficult, heart-wrenching decisions, right? To do something that scares us, that may cause us for a temporary suffering or disconnection. Like we have to rise above ourselves. And what is ourselves, right? That thing that is in our soul, that wound, that hurt, that neglect, that rejection, right? That we consider weakness. We weak because we don't want to feel rejected, because, or something is going to make us feel rejected. Well, rejection is a part of us because some of us were rejected, and our soul knows what that feels like. It's not that you're weak. Your soul knows what that feels like, and you don't want to feel it again. But when we stand in the face of those things that are within us, we need constant validation. We can't stand anyone to disagree with us or have a different perspective. That's a problem. That is a problem if you didn't know it. That's a problem. Right? So we have to begin to deal with the things that are within ourselves. Stand up to the stuff inside of us. The things that how we compare ourselves and why we think that somebody else is better than we are in a situation, and why we think somebody else is more deserving, why we say I don't want that when deep inside you would love it, but because you think that it's not possible for you, you make up something else, and you get offended by the fact that it's not present in your life, so that must mean that it's not necessary. These are all lies, right, that we have decided to believe. And we use the spiritual bypass to avoid dealing with ourselves. The man in the mirror. Michael Jackson got a song about it. It's great. It's a great song if you listen to it. Great song. It's the man in the mirror. And I'm just suggesting, and I'm doing it every day myself. Don't do the spiritual bypass. Do the work. Do the work. So that's it for today. I'll see y'all again real soon. There's a lot to talk about with the spiritual bypass. My email is heyitslisa29@gmail.com. I would love to send you some things. Looking forward to hearing.